What's going on, guys? Today we're talking about how to fix your loud gaming laptop fans. So your fans may look like this, and if they do, you really need to think about cleaning them. Now, if you need to replace a fan, if the fan have quit working entirely, you may need to get a new fan and or take it to maybe a computer repair shop and get a fan replaced in your gaming laptop. But if that's not the case and they're just making kind of some weird sounds, or you haven't cleaned your laptop in a while, trust me, you need to do these next steps. Now, your gaming laptop fan could sound loud. Usually the most normal fix and most why it may sound odd or something going on is usually sometimes the laptop doesn't have good airflow. So in this case, you're going to kind of want to elevate your laptop. So if you don't, I would recommend getting like a little stand, like a little laptop stand to kind of elevate the laptop. Obviously, you want good airflow. You don't want to set a laptop on just a flat surface. This is going to let dust build up, and you're not going to let your fan air out the way it needs to. That being said, the next part you can get is a cooling pad, and I do have one of those myself, and I have one in the link in the description below. A cooling pad elevates your laptop, so it's a laptop little stand, and then you can kind of use that as an extra airflow, obviously. And it's cool because you can turn it, you can have LED lights on it and stuff like that. That's just kind of an added bonus, but that will kind of help out with the airflow in the laptop and pretty much prevent as much dust buildup and have your system overall running pretty good. But if your fans are making some noises, as you can see here, this is my laptop on the gaming, the cooling pad, and of course, make sure you shut down your computer before you do this next step. Always make sure it's shut down before you do this or take it apart. You don't want to get shocked or have anything tear up or anything like that. And it's good to power your laptop back on after you've done this and or taking anything apart. That way you know what you can make sure that your laptop's still working properly. Now, this is an air duster right here. This does not have any condensation like the ones you can get like Can of Air from like, Walmart or something. This one you just plug in and has pretty much infinite power. And make sure you really get out all the dust in your fans. As you can see here, I'm blowing out currently all the dust in the back of the two fans. I do take the back off and do this again. You can also use rubbing alcohol on an end of a Q-tip. Be very light with it, but you can kind of wipe off the fans. And you can make Q-tips are pretty much the best thing that works. What I do is I take a little bit of the cotton off the ends, and I kind of just barely, as slight as I can, I kind of lightly dust off or scrape off the dust, any remaining dust. Of course, some of the dust is actually on the back panel here, and it's not on the actual fans. But once you take that off, of course, the best thing you can do is wipe them down too softly with a soft, clean rag. And you can just blow them out again continuously. And like I said, you can see some dust still kind of on there. I used some Q-tips, like I said, with the rubbing alcohol. And I used that to kind of get the rest of the dust buildup off. Obviously, a little dust is not going to be that big of a deal, but you do want to make sure and you want to do this at least once a month, I would say, and you want to prevent that dust from building up because that can cause the fans and to have abnormal, weird noises and cause issues running your computer, obviously, or your laptop. Because obviously, if the laptop builds up with dust, it's not going to run properly. And then, of course, your fans, if they build up with dust, can stop working altogether and cause future problems down the road. Now, I've had this laptop for almost, I think it's like six and a half years now. And I've not had any of the fans go out, and it still runs fine. And I don't have any issues with it. But, other people have other issues. Sometimes you get the bad luck of the draw, and you can have a bad laptop. It may overheat. The fans may not be working properly, and you may have to get those fixed. But these are some little tips and tricks to kind of keep it from getting built up. You do not want them built up at all, and you want to always clean your laptop and make sure it's clean. You can also try to restart your laptop as often as you can. That will also help. As far as the system runs, it will cause those fans not to work as hard because obviously it's not running all the time and stuff like that. And of course, playing, not as demanding games can also help that in some sense because it's overall not running your system hot and getting it hot where the fans have to activate. That being said, guys, be sure to like and subscribe as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.